We are back again for the second episode of The Footprint, which highlights the achievements of the Kwara State Governor in the last 7 years. On today's episode, we will focus on health, environment, and social development. So sit back and relax, and I believe at the end of the half hour, you will applaud the man popularly called Mr. Project. My name is Kehinde Olaoye Adeshina.
Kwara State, strategically nestled at the confluence of northern and southern Nigeria, is one of the country's first-generation states and for too long, one of its most underperforming states. For years, the state struggled as it watched other more recently created states surge forward while it struggled to catch up. However, in 2019, the people of Kwara voted for a change with a burning desire that was expressed through the Otuge movement. Kwarans made a decisive departure from the old crippling system by voting Malam Abdurrahman Abdurrazak as governor.
Malam Abdurrahman Abdurrazak is a democratic leader, is a cerebral administrator, is a man with a humane face, he has this participatory kind of leadership that I believe that doesn't look at you as because you are my subject or because you are my disciple, you work under me. No. His Excellency, anytime it's taking decision, you're always carrying people along. One good thing I appreciate about him is that he's a youth-friendly governor.
Malam Abdurrahman Abdurrazak won the trust of Kwarans and their vote as he embarked on a mission to deliver what Kwarans needed, a state that actually delivers on its promise.
Our campaign promised to ensure affordable quality health care to the people. We started this paying various counterpart funds to give our people accessible quality health care. The fruits are ripe and ready, and our people are enjoying various health care services.
Almost 7 years on, the promise has become policy and practice, lives changed and future unlocked. This is the story of a state reborn. This is the story of a new Kwara. A comprehensive assessment of the health sector at the early days of the administration showed a system that was largely broken. Given the core importance of healthcare, the governor set out to carry out a total fundamental transformation of the health sector in the state. The approach this time wasn't just to simply patch up the ruts, but to completely fix it systematically with top-notch facilities, the best of equipment and capable manpower. One of the most consequential decisions of this administration was the transformation of General Hospital Ilorin into Kwara State University Teaching Hospital, a full-fledged postgraduate training institution. Kwara finally has a teaching hospital worthy of that name.
The Kwara State government was able to accomplish what we were unable to accomplish in the past decades, which is to establish a proper functional tertiary level of healthcare. We have primary healthcare, we have our secondary health facilities, but we now have the Kwara State University Teaching Hospital. In one administration, not only did we have that hospital, we had accreditation by the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria on our first try. This is unprecedented. There are very few parallels you can draw in Nigeria where one governor in one term or two was able to accomplish the creation of 3 tertiary hospitals and is pursuing accreditation for them.
We've converted the General Hospital in Ilorin to Kwara State University Teaching Hospital. The Sobi General Hospital will become the Alikma University Teaching Hospital. The Omaran Hospital becomes the Thomas Adeomi University Teaching Hospital. And we're looking forward to the medical school in Offa taking over Offa General Hospital to become, so that gap will be filled.
The ICU, perhaps the most visible symbol of this health transformation, is the intensive care unit at the Kwara State University Teaching Hospital. It is the first fully operational, fully equipped ICU ever housed in a state-owned facility in Kwara. Inaugurated by Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, in January 2025, it is fitted with state-of-the-art C-arm machines and advanced life support systems. The ICU is a beacon of hope. Cases which in the past had to be referred to hospitals in Lagos are now competently handled right here at the ICU of the Kwara State University Teaching Hospital.
I would say it has been wonderful so far. The equipment, I would say that they are really rendering the services as they ought to, and it's been a beautiful experience. The doctors, the nurses, they've been friendly, they've been accommodating, they've been good so far. Equipments are they are favorable, I would say. The bed, when I even came and I saw that the bed is adjustable, the things are new, where to keep your stuff. I was even telling my sister recently that I can't imagine if it was another hospital. It's really rendering service. It's really comfortable and very good.
During her visit to Kwara State in 2005, Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, performed the groundbreaking ceremony for the Oluremi Tinubu Children's Hospital. The hospital project, designed as a multi-story building, is rising from the ashes of the old civil service clinic. The facility has about 120 plus admission rooms and 100 emergency, children and medical doctors rooms.
We are going to have possibly one of the best secondary healthcare facilities in North Central Nigeria, certainly in the history of Kwara, by the time the Civil Service Hospital, soon to be renamed Senator Oluremi Tinubu Hospital, is completed. I'm sure you've seen that edifice. It is fantastic, and a lot of tertiary care, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge medicine, diagnostics, and preventive and curative treatments will be carried out in the hospital.
The Civil Service Hospital, we have lower ground floor, we have ground floor, we have 3 floors plus roof plus canopy. It contains around 215 beds. If you need to add all the beds for children, patient, checking, all the beds is around 220. It is a special design hospital, and it follow all the international codes, it's international specification for any hospital.
The administration has equally paid attention to the quality of medical personnel in the various health facilities across the state in order to ensure that Kwarans get the best of healthcare services. There have been 5 waves of recruitment of healthcare professionals cutting across doctors, nurses, pharmacists, down to medical laboratory scientists to ensure availability of adequate human resources to man the revitalized facilities. The Kwara State government also provided clinical training for 1,320 medical students across state-owned hospitals and restored pharmacy training accreditations. It also supports resident doctors undergoing specialized training and investments in the next generation of Kwara's medical talents. Kwara State made national history in 2025 by becoming the first state in Nigeria to commence payments of the Medical Residency Training Fund. The story of primary healthcare renewal under this administration is one of the most compelling in the health chapter. As of December 2025, Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak inaugurated 83 newly revitalized primary healthcare centers, a project jointly funded by the Kwara State government and the World Bank.
The primary healthcare system should be the first contact with the national health system. This is not yet so because of myriads of challenges facing the system in the country. As a government, we're making deliberate effort to ensure that our primary healthcare facilities are able to perform their role in meeting healthcare demand in our communities. To achieve this, we have embarked on massive rehabilitation and upgrade of primary health care facilities, including constructing new ones where necessary. We have also embarked on massive recruitment of qualified hands and trained existing ones to manage our facilities.
This means that pregnant women no longer need to travel long distances to access antenatal care and safe delivery services.
With this present government, when they came in, they looked around, said the same thing, and they told us that this place is one of the places that they will innovate. Although the past government, they have been saying it, they will do it, they will do it, they will do that on and off. When they cannot do it, the community has put in effort to repair some areas for us to be able to be keeping the patient. In fact, when they came in, they look around, they said they will innovate the place. They dismantled the whole building, they removed everything, and they started roofing it completely, sealing everything. I think you can see. Those who know this place before, when they come, they'll be thinking that it's a new place. Because it doesn't look like innovation, you're like a new building being started. In fact, we thank God with the present government.
Initially, when we started, we expect that they should come, but the expectation, we didn't meet the target. So we carried out an outreach program, which made majority of them know that there is a health facility here. So little changes that time. Then later, after the renovation, a lot of changes, more patronage. We are even happy about that. Before the renovation, even no delivery at all, because there are even no delivery couch, no bed for the mother and baby after birth. But after the renovation, everything was good, because we have delivery couch, we have bed. A lot of deliveries now from this year is much. Even if I count 1, 2, 3, up to 10, even more than. We have midwives. Then we have other staff from state government. That is midwife. Then we have 2 ad hoc midwives, 2 from the agency.
Children receive timely immunizations and treatment, and the elderly receive care for chronic conditions closer to home.
We felt it was not enough to have a primary healthcare center without quality service being provided at the grassroots. So what we did was to immediately identify key staff in each of the primary healthcare center that had been identified in our ward. So what we did was to designate 1 primary healthcare center in each of the 193 wards in the state under the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. In those, we were able to identify personnel involved with direct access to care and try to upgrade their knowledge, improve their skills in terms of patient care, in terms of SOPs for vaccine biomonitor and other primary healthcare intervention at that level.
Kwara Care and free medical outreach. Beyond the hospitals, this administration has carried healthcare directly to the people. The annual grassroots level free healthcare initiative has reached over 10,000 Kwarans in 2025 alone. Specialists are deployed directly to rural communities where they run a mobile clinic, diagnosis, treatments and surgeries for the locals at no cost to beneficiaries. Complementing these efforts is the aggressive rollout of Kwara Care, the state health insurance program, which continues to expand access to affordable healthcare, driving Kwara steadily towards the goal of universal health coverage. When his administration took office, Governor Abdulrazak made it clear that the environment is not a side issue, but a key public health concern and the future. In this regard, issues around illegal and indiscriminate logging were checked, sending a powerful message that the reckless exploitation of Kwara's natural resources was over. The administration diligently paid the counterpart funds and key into the World Bank-supported Agroclimate Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes project known as ACR-ESA, known as AgriSoil. Through AgriSoil, the government has deployed effective strategies to reduce deforestation caused by firewood use and cutting household carbon emissions in one stroke.
The Ministry of Environment is saddled with the responsibility of keeping the environment in its entirety in Kwara State clean, safer, green, and safe for everyone to thrive, as well as the most important aspect of it is also climate change. Of course, the issue of climate mitigations and adaptation measures are also part of the responsibility of Ministry of Environment to ensure that the public is well educated on what are those mitigations and adaptation measures that they're supposed to take in as related to climate change in the state.
Through the State Ministry for Environment, the administration is working tirelessly to keep the state clean, starting from the state capital. This is done through regular sensitization and sanitation programs. Part of the efforts lead to a crackdown on operators of illegal dumping sites in the state. Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak flagged off the disbursement of over 1 billion naira as interest-free loans to 1,000 community-based business clusters across Kwara through the AgriSoil program.
The provision of funds to our teeming populace and hardworking members of the community who have organized themselves into manageable groups to meet demands of fostering sustainable livelihood through legal and profitable investment is the main goal of this community revolving fund intervention. No fewer than 1,000 direct beneficiaries in the 2 catchment areas of the state shall be empowered today with the sum of $250,000 as interest-free loan that is repayable upon investment. We shall share details of this with all the beneficiaries subsequently accordingly.
Beneficiaries included women groups, youth associations, farmers, artisans and cooperatives selected across the state.
It's our expectation that this initiative will complement all investments in our people for inclusive growth and shared prosperity. Beneficiaries of the Community Revolving Fund are spread across our state. It is to empower communities, strengthen grassroots economies, and scale up sustainable development. It is an initiative that encourages pragmatic leadership and teaches financial skills at that level.
When he assumed office as executive governor, Malam Abdulrahman Abdulrazak brought with him his business acumen acquired over decades of actively playing in the private sector. This greatly shaped his approach to governance and statesmanship, restructuring the state into an economic viable machine. This informed the creation of the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Technology, which has been driving up investment in the state.
Our various completed projects and key achievements in the recent years have been the pre-launch of the Ilorin Innovation Hub. We also have the Kwara Garment Factory, which mission is to establish one of the Nigerian's largest garment production center, creating a hub for garment production in Kwara State. Then we have the Sugar Film Factory, whose mission is bolstering Kwara's presence in the Nigerian and international creative economy by launching world-class film production facility, as well as various other creative endeavors like podcasts, news, and all the other creative areas. We also completed the vehicle conversion to electric with partnership with Kwara State University. This is to demonstrate Kwara State's leadership in green technology, sustainability, and to also showcase that we are open for innovation and initiatives such as this.
The Kwara Garment Factory has become a national talking point. The factory stands as a testament to Governor Abdulrahman's foresight and genuine passion for empowering the people of Kwara. This has not only created a thriving manufacturing hub, but also opened doors of opportunities for hundreds of Kwarans. The factory is on track to create over 1,000 direct jobs with a workforce target of 2,000, with a particular focus on women and youth. Beyond garments, the factory is poised as a significant landmark in the industrialization of Kwara State.
The Kwara Garment Factory was established with a clear mission to employ, empower, and elevate. Today, we are proud to say we're achieving that, creating thousands of direct and indirect jobs with a strong focus on women and youth.
Governor Abdul Razak chose to resurrect the old Tayton Light Sugar Factory, a symbol of industry, as the ground for a new kind of production, the creative economy. The facility, which boasts of Dolby-fitted studio, world-class sound stages, and high-tech production equipment, has positioned Kwara as a serious player in West Africa's creative economy.
The Sugar Factory Film Studio is more than just a venue. It represents our administration's commitment to promoting the creative economy. This facility offers cutting-edge resources to enhance movie production, build local capacity, conserve foreign exchange, and boost our economy. Located within a dynamic ecosystem of creativity, tourism, and entertainment, this initiative is complemented by several landmark projects.
The administration's industrial vision stretches beyond the capital. In Kayama, for instance, a 50-ton shea butter processing plant designed to help the state harness optimal value from shea butter, one of the abundant raw materials in the state. The project is expected to generate thousands of jobs, significantly reducing unemployment and transforming commercial activities in the Axis.
This is a shea butter plant. As you know, shea grows very well in this region, north central region of Nigeria. And there's a need to take advantage of the process. Now, Nigeria produces about 60% of shea in the world. And the challenge with shea is that when you collect it, you have to heat it up and to sell it. Women collect it mostly and they heat it up, but the challenge is that they cut down shea trees to boil the shea. So the trees are depleting. Is an environmental issue there. The first thing is to save the crops. Saving them is to collect them properly and then set up a plant like this that will use gas, solar energy, rather than cutting down the trees to boil the shea. So it's a process that we believe will be a win-win. Shea basically is a foreign exchange earner, and as you know, it is used for cosmetics and food industry. For example, when the cocoa prices shoot high, shea is a substitute for cocoa in manufacturing of chocolates and all that. So we intend to acquire up in that value chain. That's why we've decided to invest in this industry.
The fiscal results of this industrial and innovation drive speak for themselves. The state's internally generated revenue grew from 30 billion naira in 2019 to 87 billion naira by the end of 2025. Malam Abdurrahman Abdul Razak has continued to stimulate the local economy and encourage enterprise through social investment programs under the Kwara State Social Investment Programs, KWASIP. Owishowo, an interest-free microcredit program for small businesses on market women, had disbursed about 3 billion naira in soft loans to over 60,000 beneficiaries across the 16 local government areas of the state, making it one of the largest state-backed grassroots loan programs in Nigeria. Owo Arugbo, a social support initiative for elderly and vulnerable citizens, had reportedly disbursed over 100 million naira to around 10,000 elderly beneficiaries statewide within its early phases. Kwarapreneur was designed to help entrepreneurs who lack access to conventional bank financing and collateral requirements. In its fourth edition, qualified Kwara-based SMEs received a combined 229.5 million naira in non-interest loans to expand their businesses. In almost 7 years, Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has made decisions that will define Kwara State for a generation.
Like the one we did last, this 5.0, 12,777 applied, and we were able to screen them down to 1,000. The 1,000 best were screened, and from there, they came for what we call pitching. Pitching is another screening, where everybody will be there seated. They will ask them how they want to go about the money, even eventually given. So, and from there, we have recommended those people that we believe that they passed and they have their businesses.
By every measurable standard, health outcomes, economic indicators, environmental policy, technological investment, educational performance, he delivered. This is not the end of Kwara's story. It is, for the first time in a long time, a confident beginning, a state that now knows what it is capable of, led by a governor who never stopped believing it was capable of more.
From infrastructure to education to economic growth, this journey has been one committed to vision and service to the people. In this last episode, we are going to be taking a look at the challenges and what the future holds for the great people of the state. Watch out for the last chapter where we are going to be in justice to all this. Coming soon.